Hello, Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil karim amma ba'd. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So before speaking about a matter, I think that there must need to recite the name of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the greatest human being in the universe. So I think that I have to tribute all of my works for the essence, for the honor of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So in today's discussion, I'll discuss about the political dynamics of South Asian perspective, and basically I'll discuss about the core education and lesson of Nicholas Machiavelli and the effect of Nicholas Machiavelli in shaping the present world politics. You know that politics is actually big game. So in politics, everything is literally halal. There is nothing haram in politics. So for these reasons, the political leaders think that there are no types of education for the politics. Even in our school, in our college, or in our university, there are taught a subject. The subject name is political science. But I think that most of the people, they have no intention to talk about the political system, political custom, and how political activities is working for developing the societies and the country's atmosphere. So from this perspective, I would like to talk about the life case and the philosophy of Nicholas Machiavelli, and why Nicholas Machiavelli's lesson is much more important in today's generation. So Nicholas Machiavelli was a political entrepreneur. He was a political philosopher. Even he has everything, whatever actually need for a political leaders or the political philosophers. So in the mid of 1450, he was born in Florence, Italy. So in that time, there are lots of dispute between the king of Athens, king of Italy, or Cicero also. So in that time, whenever Nicholas Machiavelli was a government employee, so in that time he wrote a famous book. The book's name is The Prince. Until now, the Prince is literally reflect a very good goosebumps over the political rhetoric system and the political interpretation. And that I have already mentioned, politics is a big game. So before being a very good politician, you have to work on the much more capability, credentiality, and characteristics of the politics and the political ideology. Even political ideology is a subject matter that is vary from society to society, people to people, even state to state. For example, the environment of American politics, it is not same with the Asian politics, and more even the environment of Asian politics, it is totally different on the from the European politics. So I have already mentioned political gesture, political culture is totally different from one country to another country. But whenever Nicholas Machiavelli wrote a book, the book's name is The Prince. So in The Prince, Nicholas Machiavelli whispered lots of essential things, educative things for the ruler. If a ruler is following the Nicholas Machiavelli, he will be a very good ruler. If a ruler is following the education lesson of the prince, he will become a very good politician in the universe. And we had already get lots of examples in that criteria. So this is called as the Machiavellian rules and Machiavellian ideology. First example is that Nicholas Machiavelli said that a politician will be as like a cunning fox, as well as a politician will be as like the tiger. So that means a political leader, he will be furious. He has no fear over the interpretation, over the power, over the pressurized. He is actually independent. He has enough cards to deal with the different kinds of political matters, legal matters, or the social matters. In the second things, he will be as like the cunning fox. In that perspective it is used, he will be become a clever person. And you know that a politician must have to nurture the capability of cleverness. So whenever he will be clever, he will be free from any kind of encumbrance. Then a political leader will deal with all of this matter without any kind of a problem and social justification. And this is literally important for become a very good political leader for the society, for the society's people. In another lesson, Nicholas Machiavelli uh, said that a political leader has no relationship, a political leader has no friend. That means whenever you have lots of friends, you have lots of family members, you have lots of good friends, that actually a very good shackle. not to do the development works, not to do the good works. Whenever you have a huge amount of people with your hand, then you will not take the best decisions. For example, your brother will engage in different activities, your friend will engage with malafide activities, and they will get rid of for your relation, get rid of for good relation with you. So that actually backfire with your politics, that actually backfire with your political identification. From this perspective, you have to free from any kind of social shackles, family shackles, or the relationship shackles. So from this perspective, Nicholas Machiavelli have said that you have to keep a very good relationship to all the people, but no one is very close to you, because you have to take the decisions in the matter of the crucial time, and this decision is important for the social perspective, social being, and the social benefit. In the another sense, Nicholas Machiavelli said that a political leader, he can do any kind of unethical matters, but he will reflect the unethical matters in the ethical way. That is the political dimension and the political beautifications. And for example, in the year 2010, our former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, she has taken a very good decisions. But that means she sheltered a huge amount of Rohingya people in Bangladesh during the time of the dispute between the Bangladesh Arakan. So after 10 years later, in the year 2026, right now the Rohingya problem is one of the great issue in Bangladesh. But right now, the Bangladeshi government have to deal with this matter cautiously and benevolently, because the Rohingya people, they are the part and parcel of our culture. Even Bangladeshi government, they have to deal with this matter so cautiously, that because they are the refugee in Bangladesh, they are the second class citizen in Bangladesh. However, something can happen, but the existing prime minister, the president, have to deal with this matter so cautiously. This is the lesson of Sir Nicholas Machiavelli, and by following the Nicholas Machiavelli's decisions, most of the world leaders, they get the success. And a political leaders, a political philosophers all said that the person who would like to become a very good politician, he have to expertise on the prince, because in the prince, Nicholas Machiavelli has interpreted everything, whatever literally need for a very good political leader and a very good political dimensional figure. For example, Donald Trump is the glaring example of Nicholas Machiavelli. So, in the real eye, we have seen that Donald Trump is literally a madman, but Donald Trump is the best choice for the American people, because his voice reflect that make America great again. On one hand, he is doing the unethical activities, he is doing the medley activities. On the other hand, he is utilizing the best interest of the America. The American people, they are so much cautious, they are so much educative, even they have a lots of credibility on Donald Trump. For these reasons, American people elected Donald Trump for the second time. Even if there is any kind of chance to become a president of the future time, Donald Trump will be the president without any kind of justification. This is the Machiavellian politics. The Machiavellian politics is existing in the present universe, but no world leaders will not admit that I'm the ardent follower of the Nicholas Machiavelli, because Nicholas Machiavelli's philosophy has lots of limitations also. The first limitation is that Nicholas Machiavelli always support the authoritarian government. That means a leader will be free from any kind of social burden and the social disfigurations. The second reason is that a Machiavellian rule always said that a leader can do any kind of unethical activities, but he will interpret the unethical activities in the ethical way. This is the biggest problem, because this types of problem reflect the two strategies. First strategies is that you are not doing the ethical activities, but for making a very good vibe, for making a very good goosebumps, you have to utilize this matter to the common people as the ethical perspective. So this is the biggest issues of the Machiavellian rules and interpretations. The third reason is that Nicholas Machiavelli is so much strong in the political nature and the political educations. So whenever you would like to apply these types of political principles in the common phenomenon in the present world, that would be much more difficult for the present ruler, because before following the Machiavellian rules, you have to nurture a very good way of the authoritative government. You have to behave as like the Hitler or Mussolini, and you know that this is never possible in Bangladesh. And authoritarian government has a very good perspective in the present generation. For example, Muammar Gaddafi. Muammar Gaddafi was an authoritarian government. Though Muammar Gaddafi was an authoritarian government, but he had made everything for the political, social, and cultural development of Libya. So, if a person would like to be a very good political leader without any kind of social justification and interpretation, he have to follow the Nicholas Machiavelli's The Prince, because the prince has effective ways reimbursing the political ideology, political culture in the present universe. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.